Hello viewers, it's Super GT here, and we are at our favourite circuit in the whole universe, Yas Marina. And we are in actually B class this time, a little bit different. Coming into the first corner, contact, yes, but actually it's not too bad. We're going to go a little bit wide around that guy and these guys through the middle, and actually he's going to try and hang on to me there. So I've gone through into 7th. That's a pretty decent start actually, given that I was pretty close to the back. Okay, so this car, the Nissan Fairlady Z, I'm using a tune by AOT Rocky, and this is actually a really cool car. A couple of guys wide here, a couple of guys ghosted out. I'm up into 4th, into the hairpin. This guy is just going to cut across, and then I'm going to show you the speed of this car. So that BMW, he's just going to get left for dead. He's just going to get completely left behind. And there we go, that's the beautiful 10-year anniversary livery. So of course that is the cover car, or the cover paint. I think it's a 350Z on the cover of Forza 2, which was nearly 10 years ago. And this is the paint job from that car. So it's actually hard to believe that I've been playing Forza for nearly 10 years. I first got Forza with Forza 2, that was the first game I played, and I got that in 2007 when it came out in around June or July I think it was. So nearly 10 years, about 7 months short. These two guys, naughty, they are cutting the corners, but actually look at it, I actually didn't do too badly catching up with them. I was actually maybe a couple more laps than I might have been with them. Kind of shows you just how good this car is. This tune gives it's just got so much power, this car, but it's also very manageable at the same time. So we move then to Hockenheim for the second race of the video, into the first corner. Now this is going to highlight a weakness of the car perhaps, that is the curbs. It has quite a low ride height, so it doesn't tend to do too well over the bumps and the curbs. And we all know that Hockenheim has got pretty darn terrible curbs. Some of the worst in the game actually, and that's saying something given how bad they are. 3 abreast into turn number 1, 2, 3. Turn number 3. You know what? I don't know if turn numbers or corner numbers. Got my words mixed up there. I'm not sure with these numbers of these corners anymore, because you look on a map and they give corners. They designate corners to things that aren't really corners. And that guy hasn't gone around this corner at all. This is definitely a corner, and he hasn't gone around it. And that guy has tried to go around a corner that isn't there, into me, spins me out, and I'm in 9th, gone down a couple of positions. Thanks for that, mate. I'm going to lose another position, and we can just slot in here, looking behind, slotting in behind the BMW. He's gone very slow on the apex, just waiting for him to move across. And there he has done. He's just taken himself onto the grass. Okay, so I'll see you later, mate. Goodbye. I can proceed to try and catch up with this big bunch ahead of us. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 cars up ahead in that big group. It looks like the leader, from what I can tell on the map, has got a bit of a gap, so probably won't be catching up with him. One guy wide, just going to have to go narrow just to make sure he doesn't hit me as he rejoins. 2 guys wide on the right. He's just going to come back across ahead of me and keep his 6th place there. So coming through last couple of corners of the lap. And again, the curbs around here are absolutely awful, so you don't really want to touch these ones too much, otherwise you will be unsettling the car, especially this one here on the outside as you enter the final turn. That one can really mess you up, especially if your wheels go over the top of it and kind of get hooked onto the other side like a railway train. Railway train? Of course it's a railway train. Okay, past that guy, down the straight. We have already seen the speed of this car. Very good down the straights, especially for B class. Really has got a good rating. This is 8.2, which is a very good rating for B class for acceleration. Now coming into the stadium section, we are about halfway through the race, or probably just a bit beyond that now. The Corvette Stingray, is that right? Please let me know. I think that I've got that right. Up the inside, he went wide, notoriously into that gravel on the outside as you enter the stadium section. Most people do make that mistake. Just dipping 2 wheels onto that gravel, loses quite a lot of time doing that. So coming into the final turn, just grazing the curb, and on the inside they actually didn't respond too badly to that curb, on the inside. So just ahead of us here, Tasty Toenail, a very strange name I must say. This is the guy who wiped us out on lap 1. Now this is where we could come in for a cheating scum moment part 2, but no, we're just going to go past him and show him how it's properly done. Overtaking cleanly and driving off into the distance because I'm better. And then at the end of the race I'm going to finish 4th. Not quite good enough in this one, but then again I was wiped out. It might have been a different story had that not happened. So just coming through over the line. A very good car, a good mixed ability car this one. Decent handling, good power as well, very manageable, just got to watch out on the curbs. There are the results, and we are going to move to Daytona for another chaos filled race. Now I'm qualified near the front, so I'm going to move over, so the guy behind me apparently, and let everyone go. So I'm going to go straight to the back of the pack, bar a couple, so there's a couple of stragglers back there, not going to bother, or just one guy back there. One guy's already off. The Nissan ahead of me, 2 Nissans actually, make contact. So thanks for that, guys. More contact up ahead. It's like these people are blind. They just can't see a car right in front of them and just go straight on into the back of them. So into the next corner, up the inside, hooking onto the apex very nicely. A couple of guys very wide, another 2 positions. So I've gone from 17th to 7th in about 2 corners. Thank you very much, guys, for being so bad at this game. Into the fast flowing left, the curb there, making the car actually bottom out, sending the car into a nice sideways spin into the right hander. I do like this Daytona circuit actually, it's not too bad. The infield's quite interesting. Obviously once you get to the banking it can become a very power orientated race where people with the rockets and missiles will just obliterate you pretty much. So onto the oval banking now. Speaking of missiles, look at this thing go. Going to go past Tasty Toenail once again. See you later, my friend. And then the next guy, Toyota GT86 or the Subaru BRZ. I think it's the 86. Probably wrong though. Usually am. So this corner coming up here, the chicane. I'm going by my V8 Supercars braking point, which is the writing on the wall here. And evidently that is the wrong braking point. As you can see, as I go flying into the wall. That was a little bit too late. It proves to be. That guy is going way too quickly through there into the other tyre wall. So both tyre walls have been christened today. Going past the BMW, he wants a bit more room, but we are just going to get past him just about. Then moving into the first corner, this is some serious paranormal activity here. He goes very wide into the wall, and then somehow just morphs back in front of me. Now this brings us to another episode of X-Files, because we're going to have to bring back the series here. Agent Mulder and Agent Scully are going to have their work cut out trying to work out this mystery of this paranormal activity. Don't tell me that that was not an alien in that car, because that was some strange ass shit. So anyway, we're going to try and overtake the alien, the aforementioned alien, as he goes into this turn. Probably isn't an alien actually, because that was a really rubbish turn that he just took there. I was just going to go back past him into my favourite position of 6th, of course, and then we're going to skip to lap number 3, coming up to the back of a Lancer. He's just going to cover the inside. It opens up eventually, and then I am into the gap, up into a podium position. Not bad, from 17th at the start of the race. Second and first. Second's actually not too far away, just up the road there, a couple of 100 feet away. This is how you properly take the chicane, braking a little bit early this time, hooking up with the apexes nicely. Just take a very tight line through the 2 right-hand apexes, and then you can carry so much speed through there. First actually made a mistake, so the race was a little bit closer than expected at the end. There are the results. So an interesting race with some paranormal activity, and then we're going to skip to, well, this turned out to be a bit of a disaster in the end, but we are leading. Okay, so we're leading. It's all good so far. Into the chicane, and a little bit wide, and I'm just going to have to slow down for this part, just grazing the wall through this chicane. We all know that chicane there really does cause so much carnage. One person gets it wrong, blocks the entire road. It turns into that. Do you remember that narrow section on Destruction Derby 2? There was a level called Chalk Canyon. There was pretty much a part where you could fit only 1 car in, and if you just blocked it, then you can just cause a 28 car pile-up. Reminds me of that basically. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please comment below, because I love that. I used to love doing that in that game. Okay, so lap number 2, first corner. The car just glides around the corners effortlessly, just so nice to control, just has such good handling. Now this is where the race unravels. We're catching up with a back marker, and then into the tricky narrow section it's going to get very, very hairy. It's going to move over to the right hand side, and well, I'm just going to leave it there because it's just not worth showing. Or okay, no, sorry, I'll show it. Yeah, okay, yeah, I crashed. I'm an idiot. I crashed into the apex, literally smashed it, and I finished second. So a very silly mistake for me. That guy kind of just put me off. I don't know what he was doing, just going so slowly on the most narrow, fastest, dangerous part of the track. But there you go, that's Forza for you. You have to deal with these things. But there you go, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. The tune and the name of the tuner is in the description below if you'd like to get your hands on this amazing B-Class car. And that's all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more like this. Hit the like button if you did like the video. And I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.